Assassin's Creed Mirage was a super successful release for Ubisoft, which brought the franchise back to its roots of focusing on stealth, parkour, and assassinations. Now that the hype around Mirage is over, we can look ahead to the next Assassin's Creed game, Codename Red. In this video, I'm going to break down 5 new leaks about Codename Red that you need to know about, so let's get started. First up, we have some super exciting news about the 2 protagonists in Codename Red. Previously, we only knew the identity of one of them, but thanks to recent leaks, we now know the identity of both protagonists. So, who are they? Inside Gaming has revealed that the male protagonist will be based on the real-life African samurai called Yasuki. Whilst they have confirmed that his story will be rewritten for Assassin's Creed Red, Yasuki was a real historical figure who actually did exist, which is super exciting. We also get further insight into Yasuki's origins in the game. Insider Gaming go on to state that in Assassin's Creed Red, Yasuki was a slave travelling on a slave ship when it was attacked and everyone was killed, including his lover, but he survived. Yasuki was then rescued and brought to Japan, where he learned the way of the samurai under Nobunaga's service. He thus experiences some tragedy at the start of his story, similar to the other protagonist. We already knew who the female protagonist was in Codename Red, thanks to a mistaken leak earlier in the year by the senior writer on the game. He updated his LinkedIn profile with a picture of Nai in October. This information was backed up by other inside sources, who confirmed that this was indeed the other protagonist and that she is on a quest for revenge following the death of her father. We've been blessed with even more information about Nai in this recent leak with Yasuki. Insider Gaming have confirmed that Nai's full name is Nai Fujibashi, the daughter of the legendary real-life Fujibayashi Nagato, who is considered to be one of the 3 greatest Iga clan members. Interestingly, Insider has stated that at the beginning of the game, Nai and Yasuki are fierce enemies, but later become allies on their desire for Japan's unification. This is significantly different to how dual protagonists have worked in previous Assassin's Creed titles, such as Jacob and Evie Fry in Syndicate. Nevertheless, these leaks are super exciting and they reveal a lot about the main characters in Red, as well as some story details. Personally, I think it's really cool that we'll be able to play Yasuki, and I'm looking forward to exploring his story in the game. I'm really looking forward to seeing the interactions between different clans and dynasties as we navigate this interesting historical period. The second piece of information surrounding Assassin's Creed Red relates to a new gameplay feature. According to Tom Henderson, an industry insider who has previously been correct about Mirage leaks, Codename Red will contain destructible environments which will allow players to break anything that could be expected to be breakable. For example, traditional sliding doors can be slashed and broken open. I think this feature will absolutely add to the immersion in the game. However, I think it's worth pointing out that there will be nowhere near the amount of destruction as in some other games. For example, in Battlefield, you can blow up and level entire buildings. I think it's safe to say that this will not be the case here in Red, but having some destruction is a pretty cool feature should you want to use it. Another super interesting leak about Red that everybody needs to know concerns the map. This information was initially raised by French influencer Jonathan, a reliable Assassin's Creed leaker. The leak is that Assassin's Creed Red is rumoured to have a bigger map than Valhalla, but it will be smaller than the map in Odyssey. The map will also have less markers and guidance to encourage exploration, similar to games like Elden Ring. If true, this is quite a big deal and is completely the opposite to Mirage. With Mirage, we saw a return to the roots of a smaller, more dense map designed for stealth and assassinations. Making Red a super big map is a big risk in my opinion. It could go away from that Assassin's Creed feel that was just restored with Mirage and feel too different to what an Assassin's Creed game should be for the old school fans. I also worry that making a map so big has the risk of the areas outside of the main points of interest being desolate and uninteresting. Ultimately, we will have to see closer to the time whether this will still be the case and whether the map will actually be this big, so time will tell. Would you prefer a smaller map like Mirage or a bigger map like Valhalla? Let me know in the comments. One positive element of having such a large map means there will be enough space to place the different clans of feudal Japan and make different areas have their own environments, which I hope is the case. Another important aspect of any Assassin's Creed game is, of course, stealth. Tom Henderson has previously spoken about how the stealth in Codename Red will take a Hitman approach with features such as hiding bodies. They've also confirmed that you will be able to extinguish lights so that your shadows are not spotted. These features seem to be corroborated by the leaker Jonathan, so I think we can assume they are fairly reliable. Now, I think it is super interesting that Ubisoft are going to take this approach. However, I think it makes sense as Red will be a complete open world RPG and be on a bigger scale. Implementing these slight improvements to stealth could be a good idea. The extinguishing lights point is very interesting. This means guards can be alerted to our presence by our shadows, which is really cool, and I can imagine many missions at night where we try and operate in complete darkness, keeping our shadows hidden. A final reveal that I wanted to go over is some of the rumoured tools that will be in Codename Red. Now, it has been referenced by the two reliable leakers that we will have access to a grappling hook. This will supposedly work like the one in Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. It's good to know we will have that added mobility to the game, but I worry that we won't see as much parkour if we have a grappling hook to use. It's also been leaked that we will be able to use other tools such as a kunai, which is a sort of Japanese style throwing knife, and a shuriken, which is a throwing star or hidden dagger. These are really iconic historical items that really add to the theme of this Assassin's Creed game. What do you guys think of these leaks? Do you like the sound of the two protagonists and the larger map? Is there anything that you hope Ubisoft includes in the game? Let me know in the comments down below. I will be covering more Assassin's Creed news in the future, so be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already so that you don't miss any exciting news, and please drop the video a like if you did enjoy. As always, thank you so much for watching. See you next time.